From sex, drugs,
time travel, ruthless,
violence,
sex,
need, politics.
violence.
Come in!
Oh, excuse me, madam.
Miss,
Sorry. I don't know what to call humans these days.
did you call me a cow?
No. I think we got off on the right foot. I hope that's not offensive. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Sure you mind, or sure?
No, I don't mind.
Alright, because
1 second, please. Wardrobe! Wardrobe!
they're not coming. I sent everyone home. There's nothing. There's nobody here anymore.
Oh.
Sorry. I've already interviewed them. I've sent them home. You're the last person I have to talk to.
Should I be concerned?
It involves attempted murder. Does attempted murder concern you?
Should it?
Yeah, it should concern every human being. Attempted murder.
Well, I guess it does then. What's this about?
Do you know an actor named Karl? Last name unpronounceable.
You mean the big green guy?
Yeah, the lizard man. Yeah, you can say it. We're in human company here.
Yeah, I know him.
You know an actor named, quote-unquote actor, named Steve?
Yeah.
Well, then you probably know what happened.
Yeah,
Already, don't you? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, I only know what I heard.
Okay, well, let me hear now what you heard.
Well, I heard that Steve was trying to kiss a rock.
Steve was trying to... Does that sound like something Steve would do?
Well, I don't know. I don't know Steve that well. He's kind of keeps to himself.
If you were to ask me whether a lizard man or a human would be trying to kiss a rock, I would say the lizard man was probably trying to kiss a rock over it, since they do have relations with inanimate objects on their home planet.
Yes, but I've talked to Karl, and I don't think he's never mentioned kissing rocks before.
You speak a lizard man?
Karl speaks English.
I know, but in lizard men, the having sex with inanimate objects is a whole unpronounceable word in English, in human languages, any human language. It's a concept that can't easily be described in non-lizard man language. So I'm asking you if you speak lizard man.
No.
Okay, so maybe the concept didn't come up because it's not really something that you can talk to a lizard man.
I guess you're right.
Anyway, what happened was Steve is now in the hospital. He was attacked by a lizard man, by Karl, and he's fighting for his life right now. And what I want to ask you is, has Karl shown any other violent tendencies before this? Think carefully before you answer this, because if I find out you're lying, I may already have information. I usually know the answer before I ask the questions. So think carefully before you answer.
All right.
No, don't answer rashly.
Well,
Think about it. You seem like you're going to be quick to answer. You're that type of person, I think.
no.
Don't just jump to rush to an answer here. Think carefully about what I'm asking you. Lizard men are naturally violent, so there's going to be a level of violence acceptable to lizards.
I'm only telling you what I heard.
Okay, that's good enough. Tell me what you heard.
And I know he wasn't happy with his costume.
You sound a little throaty, though. Something wrong?
I know he wasn't happy with his costume.
Oh, that big thing behind us there. That big giant. Which one is his?
The silver one, not the Scrantonian.
Right. I believe I've read the books, man. I believe the Scantorians, not Scrantonians.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Scrantonian, which was a very ancient Earth city, long gone. If you call it a city, more like a town. Anyway, that is a Scantorian, man. If you had read the books, and you're an actress, aren't you? Are you playing one of these Scantorians? I mean, how do you even not know what they're called? Anyway, yes, he was upset about that costume that's behind me, that on my side, not yours, the big giant silver one.
That's what I said.
And what was the problem?
Well, he said that it didn't fit him properly. And he got quite upset over that.
So you believe not fitting properly is justifiable attempted homicide? Is that what you're telling me?
I didn't say homicide. All I know
manslaughter
is
at the very least.
all I know is that he wasn't happy with his costume.
Would you be happy with that costume if it didn't fit you, ma'am? That jacket does not look like it fits you.
It doesn't.
Are you happy with that costume?
That's why I was asking for
Or
a wardrobe.
am I in danger of my life right now?
No.
Because your costume doesn't fit?
No.
Is this justification now for all attacks? You just say, oh, my pants are a little tight, so it's okay that I killed this prostitute?
You're badgering me. I feel badgered.
Well, I'm attempting to get down to the bottom of this attempted homicide of a human being by a lizard.
You're pretending.
I'm sorry if your feelings are getting a little hurt.
Are you attempting or you're pretending to get to the bottom?
I'm attempting. I'm not pretending. I'm attempting.
Well, look at my costume. Yes, it is a little big.
Am I in danger? Am I in danger?
No, you're not in danger. I don't feel as though I have to lash out at you. And
if you did feel you should lash out at me, would that be justified? Because your costume's ill-fitting?
No, not.
Shouldn't you go to the costume director and explain that your costume doesn't fit instead of attacking every random human being?
You sent them all home. I tried to do that. Then you walked in.
Touche. Well.
Now, as far as Karl goes, I also heard that Fred was pretty hard on him. Fred was pretty hard on Karl.
That television report again?
I'm sorry, Steve.
Oh.
See, you're getting me all confused. I'm flustered.
Well, I just watched a broadcast of him interviewing the cult leader.
Yeah, I saw it too.
That's probably what
I saw it too.
Turns out I'm going to have to talk to him next. Turns out he was a friend of this Karl.
Yes, he was. I've seen him here before. I've seen the reporter here before talking to Karl.
I'm really throaty right now.
I've seen him.
Is there something you're trying to hide? When you hide, does your voice get deeper when you hide something from me? Because it's beginning to look like it's kind of your tell, ma'am. Miss.
Well, it may. You're making me nervous. I don't. You're making me. I feel very uncomfortable.
What else makes you nervous? Does lying make you nervous?
Well, being here alone with you does.
Does lying also make you nervous?
Well,
when you lie, do you get nervous?
I don't know.
You've never lied? You tell me you've never lied before? Even I have lied before. You tell me you never lied. You don't know. You've never lied before.
I didn't say I never lied. I just...
Does lying come easily to you?
No.
What about, are your suits often ill-fitting? Your costumes?
Well, I have nothing to do with that. I have to wear what they give me.
Have you ever attacked anyone?
No. Why do you keep asking? I thought this was about Karl.
Well, maybe you attacked Steve and you blame it on Karl. I'm just trying to explore all possibilities here.
I don't really talk to Steve a lot.
You don't have to talk to him. They beat him up.
Well, why would I beat him up?
Maybe your costume didn't fit. I don't know. That's the justification you gave before.
No, I did not give that before. You're putting words in my mouth.
You said his costume was ill-fitting, and you think that's why he attacked Steve.
But
kind of banal to me. It's a little banal.
I'm telling you what I think happened with Karl. No, and I didn't say... I don't know. It's very confusing.
Banal.
Banal?
Don't try to use my own words against me. Listen, you're the one under questioning here. Do not question me.
Well...
Yeah, that's right. You don't know what to say. You know why? Take a guess. Guess why you don't know what to say. I guess I'm asking you, you don't know what to say because you're not even able to say it. So I guess it's kind of unfair, but I'm going to ask again. Why are you unable... Why can you not think of anything to say? Because your costume doesn't fit, right? That's justification for everything, isn't it?
The dress is tight, okay?
The dress. I'm talking about that ridiculous overcoat
you're wearing. That is too, but look at the dress. It sticks to me like plastic.
I thought that was the wraps, though. I thought that you just didn't want to get dirt on it.
What?
I thought you were keeping it wrapped up so you didn't get dirt on the costume.
No, this is my costume.
Are you a plastic bag?
Do you see what I have to deal with? I'm not a plastic bag.
Man, are you about to attack me?
No.
Well, your costume's ill-fitting. You complain about it quite a bit.
No, I need to relax. I'm going to lean against the rock here. I'm not making any sudden moves, okay? So please, just relax. I just need, you're stressing me out.
I'm going to be back here then. I'm going to go look at this costume. Tell me a story. Well, how did you meet Karl?
Well, he came in to audition for this part.
What part was that, man? Miss.
Well, this was months ago. This was another play that we were doing.
Go on.
He was just like a stand-in, and I really don't know what the part was, to be honest, because I didn't really pay much attention to it. And I was only just someone in the background. Can I ask what you're doing with the
How
costume?
can you? I don't even know how you can see me. Do you have eyes on the top and to the side of your head?
Well, you're making noise back there.
I'm examining this costume and seeing if there's any physical evidence on the costume. Go on with your story. You got a small part. He came. What part was he?
I don't know. I told you he was just like a fill-in.
Oh, he had a small part.
Yeah, he had. We both had small parts.
How long ago was this?
About 6 months ago.
Okay, go on.
And I don't know. We just hit it off.
You and this lizard man hit it off.
Not that kind of hit it off.
You had sex with a lizard. You had sex with a lizard.
There was no contact involved.
Not even physical contact. No hugs, hello, goodbye, no handshakes.
No.
You didn't unwrap that dress of yours.
No, he's never touched me.
All right, go on.
I don't know. We hit it off and we went out for coffee a couple of times.
And you don't consider that a date? Going out with coffee after you meet somebody on the stage?
Well, it wasn't. May have been, but it just.
So you date lizard men, is what you're telling me.
Well,
What other species? What other species have you dated
Well,
besides human? Have you dated any humans?
yes,
Are you
I've
one of those
dated
women
humans.
who refuse to date humans?
No, I date humans.
All right.
I've dated plenty in my time.
Plenty. Like how many's plenty? How many's too many?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. 12, 13. I don't know.
You don't have to give me the exact number. I don't know why you're like. I didn't ask you exactly how many.
Well, you asked me how many, and then
Sexual
you said
partners
how many.
you had,
Well, nah, that wasn't sexual.
No, that's just human sexual partners, right? So
No, it
actually,
wasn't
number
human.
let's assume, let's extrapolate.
No,
There's at least seven different
no,
species
no,
that are routinely on this planet.
no,
7 times 12
no.
it's more like 76 human
no,
beings.
no,
76 beings
No.
you've had sexual relations with.
No.
Do you think that's excessive?
No, you're.
And this other costume.
I really feel uncomfortable here.
Oh, jeez. This other costume is this Steve's costume?
I guess it was. I never saw Steve in costume though.
How many Scantorians are in the play? Do you know?
I don't know. I heard there's quite a few though. I don't know I don't know where they were getting them all from, but I heard there was a lot of them, and they were having a problem filling the positions.
Do you believe maybe, is this possible? I'm just throwing this out there. Is it possible that Karl attacked Steve thinking it was a different Scantorian?
But how would he know? Because
Maybe Steve was in costume.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
Maybe he had the thing against Scantonians.
I don't know.
Scantorians.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Well, that was a test, by the way. I know he wasn't in costume. I was testing you to see if you were just going to jump at the first L that you can for the lizard man lover of yours. So you passed the test. Congratulations, you passed.
What was the test?
To see if you were just going to go, yeah, he was in the of course he was in the costume, and Karl thought it was the wrong guy. But you didn't do that. You didn't jump at that obvious opportunity. You passed the test. I'm considering you an impartial witness right now. You're considered impartial.
Is that a good thing?
You don't know what the word impartial means?
Well, I do, but...
Then yes, of course it's a good thing in this case.
Okay. Well, if there's really nothing else, I mean...
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I want you to leave.
Well, shouldn't you leave?
No, I have someone else I'm gonna have to talk to. Put my hand up.
Well...
Someone else I gotta talk to. I'd like you to get out of here, please.
All right, I'm gonna leave now.
Good. Go.
Are you sure? I mean...
So how many times do I have to say it? How many times am I gonna have to get? What do I have to do to get rid of you?
I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in trouble for something.
You are.
But what did I do?
Well,
I mean... What?
You were evasive of my questions at first, and that really upset me. I'm sorry, but
Well, I was just trying to protect Karl.
Yeah, well, I know we need to get to the bottom of this. If Karl's innocent, then you should have nothing to worry about.
I guess you're right.
If Karl's guilty, you should be wanting him to pay for his crimes. It's that simple.
Do you know if
Human,
he's...
lizard, elbowman,
What-
cronkite,
where did-
whatever it is, they
what-
should pay.
Wait, where did the elbow man come from?
Elbow land, of course. What's wrong with you? You know where they come from. You can see the elbow man come from a lizard man planet, would you? You know why they call it elbow men, obviously. I don't have to count it.
Well,
I'm sure you fucked several of them, too.
hey, I don't appreciate that kind of language. I'm a lady after all.
Sorry. Had sexual relations with several elbow men. Anyway, just get out of my sight, please. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm done questioning you. The night's over. Your job's done. Get out. I got someone else coming. He's around the corner. He just told me he's around the corner. I don't want you to hear him when he comes. He's a big star. Maybe I said too much already.
All right.
You should be used to dealing with movie stars. They don't want to be bothered by the likes of, peons in plastic dresses.
All right. Goodbye. I hear you're looking for me.
Yeah, that's right. I understand. I was watching your broadcast.
Well, what can I help you with?
I was watching your broadcast a little while ago.
Yeah.
It turns out you're a good friend of that lizardman Karl,
Yeah, so what if I am?
who attacked on this very stage that you're standing on now. He attacked a human being.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
Well, so you're admitting it.
Well, I wasn't here. I mean,
Well, why are you so sure that he did it then? Does he had violent tendencies before?
no, he hasn't, as far as I know. I mean, he's been a good friend to me. He's been loyal.
Is he your drug supplier?
Why would you make you think that?
Well, because you just went on broadcast television and admitted to being a drug addict.
But I mentioned nothing about him supplying me with drugs, and why would you think that?
Well, you didn't give me. That's not a no. So I mean, you're not saying
All right.
you didn't immediately say
It's
no.
a no.
It's not your drug dealer.
Karl is not my supplier. Karl wasn't like that. He never touched the stuff.
You know that those types of drugs do not affect the lizard man. So of course he didn't touch them.
True. I mean,
Are you on drugs right now, sir, Fred? Look, I don't trust your testimony because you're admitted, like minutes ago, admitted drug abuser. So even if you were on the stage when it happened, like you were sitting and they did it right, they beat each other up right in front of you, I still couldn't trust your expert testimony. So I don't even know why I called you in here, but I did.
I don't know why either. I mean, if I'm that unreliable, I mean,
It's because I'm a pretty big fan.
really.
Yeah. I'm a fan of yours. I've enjoyed your work on that show and that newscast for
Well,
quite a number of years. And it was really disheartening to find out that you were a friend of this lizard man.
Well, I can't help who I'm friends with.
Oh, yeah, you can. You can't help who you're family with. Did you ever hear that little thing? You can pick your nose, you can't pick your family. You can pick your friends, Fred. You've chosen a violent, psychopathic lizard man as your friend.
Says you.
Well, says the guy who's laying in the hospital right now, fighting for his life.
Everybody has their moments.
What? It's another justification for what is it? What do you think? Why
I'm
did he
not
do it?
justifying
Why did
it.
he do it?
He
I want to hear
cracked.
the second.
He cracked.
He cracked for what?
We don't
what
know.
set him
We
up?
don't know what he's been through.
Do you know that his costume was ill-fitting?
No.
Did you know that?
No.
Well, it was. Is that justifiable then? Is that okay to do violence when your costume doesn't fit? Because the other girl whose name I don't even remember, she thought it was justified.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, that seems a little...
Your costume, not much to it, seemed pretty well fit.
It is. And I rather enjoy wearing it.
Mine's perfectly tailored, by the way.
I can see that.
So you have nothing to worry about
You
here.
must have paid a lot of money for that.
My employers did.
Really?
You didn't buy your own Greek outfit, did you? The studio must have paid for that for you, right?
No, actually, I did.
You chose to dress like that?
Yes. I'm not afraid.
What am I doing?
I'm not afraid to be who I am.
Were you and Karl lovers?
No.
That sounded like a little bit of a wishy-washy no. Like
Well,
not certain,
no, we weren't lovers.
Hand jobs?
No.
What would that even entail with the lizard man? I don't even know.
I don't know. I mean,
You tell me you've never been curious about it. You never thought to look into what
well,
sex with a lizard man would be like.
the thought has crossed my mind.
Oh, The thought has crossed your mind. Wow. Okay. All right. I mean,
I'm feeling really uncomfortable with this.
yeah, you should. So basically, I think what you're saying is you're okay with violent tendencies in lizardmen because you find them sexually attractive. That's what I'm hearing. That's the judgment I made right now. Spot judge. That's what I'm writing down in my little notebook.
I think that's a long shot. I don't feel that way at all. I like Karl. I'm not gonna say I'm not slightly attracted to him because I am.
Okay.
I find his brain scales. I don't know. They just do something for me.
In certain lighting conditions, is that what we're talking about here?
Maybe.
Have you ever seen him in that costume, that giant silver costume?
No, because he said it didn't fit.
Oh, so you didn't know about that. You told me you didn't know about the ill-fitting costume. I think you're lying to me, Fred. And this is very disheartening. From a fan, this is very disheartening. You told me you didn't know anything about his ill-fitting suit. Now you're telling me you knew that his suit didn't fit him.
All right, okay.
Tell me the truth.
Okay, all right. Before they hauled Fred away, he called me up the night it happened. And, well, I came over and he told me what had happened and he told me that he flipped out and he may have done something that he would regret.
Okay, what did Karl tell you was the reason why he did? Now we're getting somewhere. Thank you for finally coming to the truth here.
He said that he and Steve were on the stage there and...
The same stage, Fred. We're on the stage right now. The same rocks are here. The same costumes. The same colorful backdrop. We're on the same stage.
I get that. And
You tell me you've never seen this stage before?
No, I've seen it before.
All right.
I'm not being completely honest with you.
No, you're obviously not. Are you a member of this play? Are you a patron? Are you a patron?
I wouldn't call myself a patron. It's just that when I found out Karl was going to be in it, I kind of took a interest in it. Are you combing my hair?
No, I'm just... It's my interrogation method. Just roll with it.
Are you pulling my hair?
No, I'm just resting my hand on top of your head as part of my interrogation. Don't get nervous. This is what I do when I can now tell how nervous you get when I ask you questions. You start fidgeting around on certain questions, and I know you're more nervous than other times. It's all part of my process, Fred. Don't interrupt me. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Do you believe Karl is innocent or guilty? Quickly, innocent or guilty? Innocent or guilty?
He's innocent.
All right, if you think he's innocent, then you should not interfere with my investigation. That's all there is to it.
I'm not interfering. At least I didn't
Let
think
me
I
do
was.
my process.
I was protecting Karl.
All right, so let's start from the beginning. You came to this play to watch Karl rehearse.
Yes.
Were you there the night it happened?
Yes, but Karl doesn't...
Were you in the audience or were you on the stage?
I was in the audience.
Okay, all right.
I was down where the orchestra sits.
Okay. Now we're getting to the bottom of this.
I didn't want him to know I was there.
Oh, he didn't even know you were there?
No.
Okay.
That's why I'm
You were
familiar.
stalking him.
No, I'm not stalking him. I just wanted to see him. You know, we had spoke earlier that morning, and he said he wasn't going to be able to see me today.
You got like a crush on this lizardman. That's what I'm hearing right now.
I guess I do.
Wow, I did not expect this from one of my favorite weather reporters. You know.
Well, why is it so terrible?
Well, first of all, they're violent people. They attacked a human being. You witnessed them attack a human being. Didn't you think anything of it?
I saw how Steve was acting.
Well, okay. Well, how was he acting? Tell me. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell me.
I don't know. He was very distant. He was very distracted, and I don't know. It seemed as though he had so many thoughts going through his head, and he was trying to tell Karl something, but he just couldn't seem to get it out.
Okay, all right.
He was just, I don't know. It was just.
So we're shifting the blame to Steve. Okay, this is interesting.
No, I'm not shifting the blame to Steve.
You're saying he basically beat himself up.
No. I'm not saying that at all. But he was just weird. He was so distant. He just kept turning away like I don't know. And then he kept talking about this fossil. I didn't understand what he was talking about with the fossil.
Okay, all right. Interesting. This is a good line of questioning that I have here. This is good. You're helping me with my investigation. Thank you. So then what happened? He was talking about the fossil. Fine. Let's just ignore that.
Well, I couldn't quite hear. I couldn't quite hear the whole conversation,
Okay.
but I know he must have said something to Karl that upset him, because Karl approached him and then grabbed him by the neck.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
But then he let him go, and Karl walked away. And then
Karl grabbed Steve, or Steve grabbed Karl?
Karl grabbed Steve.
So he became violent with Steve.
But then he stopped. He like paused, like he knew he had gone too far.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting somewhere. This is really interesting. I'm writing all this down mentally.
And then the two of them,
Notebook.
I thought the two of them were,
Never had a notebook in my entire career.
well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Well, go on with your story. It's just an aside.
They just, I don't know,
17 years I've been doing this.
that's quite a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's,
Burned my hand once.
really,
Yeah.
I was wondering what that scar was from.
Yeah.
Oh.
I stuck it in snow quickly right afterwards. So I really didn't that. I heard for a second. Luckily there was snow in there.
It's like,
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here, I think. Aren't we? It looks like what? We're getting a little sidetracked. Sorry, that's probably my fault. It's been a long day. I've interviewed 14 people today.
it's a lot of people.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it is. I've yet to interview the lizard man.
Funny, I thought that would have been the first person you went to.
No, my process is I interview everyone else. I walk in there armed with all this data to interview the perp.
Doesn't that make you biased?
No, I don't believe it does.
But you're filled with everybody else's possibly negative testimony before you
So
hear
far, it's
his.
been pretty goddamn positive, really. People have crushes on them. People, it's not. I've not been finding anything that says, "Oh, see, I always knew Karl was going to do this." Nobody's ever said that. So anyway, Steve was talking about a fossil. Karl grabbed him by the neck. What happens next? Let him go.
Well,
Let him go.
he let him go, and then the two of them sat down.
Right.
They seemed to be, I don't know, making amends maybe. I couldn't quite hear everything that was going on. And then Steve got up, and like I said, he was talking about this fossil. It was like the oddest thing. It
Coming
came
back
out
to
of,
the fossil.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden he gets down and I don't know, it looked like he was kissing the rock.
You're telling me, this is the second time I've heard this, that a human being, and not a lizard man, was having sexual intercourse with an inanimate object.
No. I didn't say sexual intercourse.
Well,
Here.
that's what does kissing lead
Look,
with you?
maybe it would be.
Yeah, please demonstrate.
Let me demonstrate. This is what Steve was doing.
I can't believe it's come to this.
See? He was doing that.
Was he that far away from the rock? You can't kiss a rock that far away, or was he closer?
Well, he said he was staring at it, almost like he was looking into its eyes. It was just.
Rocks don't have eyes.
I know
Fred.
that, but tell Steve that. It just was weird. I told you he was. It's
Some
really weird.
crystal-like rock formations seem to have what could be considered
I
possibly
don't know.
eyes.
And then he took
Some have
it.
no visual.
He took it and he flipped it over.
Okay.
And then, as soon as he flipped it over, that's when Karl came over and kicked him.
I wonder if this little formation on the rock here is something that might have set off a lizard man.
What formation?
You don't see it here.
Oh, I don't know.
See it?
Well, yeah. Wow. Aren't you impressed that I can do a handstand?
No, you've done this on the air like once a week. You
I
see it now?
I see it now. I don't know what it means.
I'm wondering
now.
if maybe that revealed something and then that set off the lizard. Like maybe it would set off any lizard man. We need to test this.
How are we going to do that?
Find a lizard man. Go on the street and find a lizard man. Go now. Go and find me a lizard
Well,
man.
it's not like they're a dime a dozen. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Hold out a sign? Lizard men needed here?
I don't care. Just go. You got 30 seconds.
All right.
I'll be waiting. I'm going to count down from 5. You got every lizard man. They all dress the same, don't forget. So you got nothing to worry about there. 5, 4,
Hold on.
3.
Here, I found one. I got
Wow,
one
that
here.
was even quicker than 5 seconds.
I got one here. Oh, wait. You know what?
What's your name, sir?
Jax.
Well, that's an interesting accent you got there, Jackson, for a lizard man.
Yeah, well. What's your point?
You seem pretty, upset right now? Are you upset that we pulled you in here? Anything like what's happening? I'm sensing like hostility, open hostility immediately. I'm just standing around a rock. I mean,
Hey, look it. I'm sick of getting hounded by everybody and picked on by everybody. Everybody thinks us lizard guys are bad news.
okay, well that's a pretty like just aggressive sort of stance to take immediately with me. You've never met me before. I'm wearing a nice suit.
I don't have to know
nice
you
tie,
before.
and
I know your type.
I don't think that I've interviewed you in any way or anything like that. Yeah, right. So I mean, I don't know why this is like. I don't know why this open hostility's here. I just have a question for you.
I'm listening.
I want, in fact, not even a question. I just want you to look at something.
Okay?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that thing right there?
I think it's appalling.
You're not even looking at it.
I am looking at it.
No, you're not. You're really not.
I don't have to look at it. I know what it is.
It's a rock.
I've seen this before. You don't know what that is?
I'm ready for anything.
Well, I guess they would call it a racial slur on your...
Ah! Aha! Can you tell us now? It's not gratuitous, but can you tell us what it says? What does it mean?
Well, there's no real actual definition of it, and it's not something that I could really pronounce that you would understand. Let's just say that it isn't something you want to say to somebody of my caliber and my...
Caliber. By caliber, you mean what? Like a lizard person? What's the
Yeah.
right terminology there? I don't want to offend you.
Well,
Lizard? Lizard?
we don't like to call each other that.
Well, you probably have a word for it that's probably unpronounceable for human beings, so you can't really go there. Like,
Yeah, it's
repeat
close.
that. Say that. And say it again.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. Well, I guess I could relax my jujitsu position here. You don't seem to be ready to attack anything.
Man, I got no reason to hit you.
Well, all right. So what you're telling us now is this: on this rock here in front of us is written an anti-lizardman slur.
Yes.
Okay, you can go now.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the only
You
question.
drag me off the street for that?
That's it. Yeah, get out. Go.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Really? You're really...
You can go. I don't know why you're still here. I mean, just get out. I don't want to see you here anymore. You're taking a long time to go. You have big giant feet. Stride should be a little. Ha ha.
Screw you, copper.
Are you okay, friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. I took a knock to the head there, but I'm okay.
So you want me to go arrest the guy? It was an unprovoked violent attack.
Nah, look at I just
Not
want this.
hurt, but-
I just want this to be over. I just...
Has this changed your feelings about lizardmen? Are you attracted to that guy right now? I mean, you look kind of like Karl.
Yeah, he did look like Karl, but
Yeah, they all look alike.
Hey,
Every one of them dressed the same.
that's
the same Earth-type outfit that they have to wear that thing so that they can
No.
breathe here on the Earth.
See, you're part of the problem. You're not the solution.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. You're the third person today to say that to me.
Well, maybe there's something to it. Have you listened to yourself?
You just got kicked in the head by your lizard man. For no good reason. He didn't kick me.
I don't.
I was the one telling him to leave.
I
He
don't
kicked you.
think-
Why? Because you look like an asshole with that Greek thing on. And he probably knew it.
No, I don't think
if
so.
I had a little bit of guts, I'd kick you too. But I'm not going to. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm about half your size. The lizardman's double your size. And I'm thankful that makes me less attractive to you. But nonetheless, I wouldn't have kicked you in the head. You just got kicked in the head by a lizardman, and now you're protecting him, and you're saying I'm the problem. You see how crazy that sounds?
I don't think it's crazy at all. I think you came in here with an attitude. You still have an attitude. You'll always have an attitude, and you definitely don't like lizard men.
Well, I'm out of here. That's it. I'm done.
Good. You might want to go the other way.
No, there's lizardmen's probably waiting for me out there. Screw you. The end.
Jerk.
sex, drugs,
time travel, ruthless,